Hello my dear viewers, and today I just want to tell you about a book which is called The Duchess, which is written by a famous author whose name is Danielle Steel. The book tells us about a story of a duchess, of a girl whose name is Angelique, the Duchess of Westerfield. Despite of Angelique being a duchess, she was very gracious, she was a very tender, she was a very caring kind of a woman. The mother of the Angelique died when she was a baby. Although she didn't see a mother, she respected and loved her father so much. But her father was a very old man, and in the course of the time he just falls ill, and Angelique had also two arrogant, angry and haughty half brothers whose names will be Edward and Tristan, and they didn't love Angelique never. They didn't respect her, they didn't consider her as a member of their family. They always tried to make things that will make her to go out of this house, of this estate, and to leave them forever. But as the time goes by, the father of the Angelique, the Duke of Westerfield, just dies, and when the Duke dies, the management of the estate just passes on to his heirs, to Edward and Tristan. And as they were very angry, very haughty and powerful kind of men, they just decided to make a plan that will make Angelique go out of this house and be sent out of their estate and their life forever. They just said to her that this is not her house anymore. This is not the house where she belongs anymore, and they just decided to send her to a very rich family as an au pair, as a nanny, to their children, that their amount was very like high, and there was many of the children of Ferguson's, and Angelique kind of accepts the conditions that she was put on, that her life was put on, and she just goes away to Ferguson's, to the household where she will become a nanny, where she will become an au pair. But the children of the Fergusons of this household didn't see as much care, as much love as they wanted to see, maybe as they accustomed to Angelique, and they kind of started to accept her as their mother, as the person who cares about them and who thinks about them with love and with affection. And the life of the Angelique is very quiet and very planned in this household, but in the course of the terrible mistake that was also worked out for Angelique's departure of this house, she kind of leaves again. She knows that she will miss the children, she will miss the servants whom she loved very much and whom she respected very much, but she just tries to be an au pair, be a nanny to the other household, but she gets refused in every house where she went. And Angelique suddenly recalls about the sum of money that was given her by her father prior his death, and with this sum of money she thinks that she can build a business that will help her to stay on her feet very strongly and very gracefully. And she just builds out a business. But in the course of the one event about which you will learn when you read this book, her business was just ruined also. but she didn't lose her hope, and she just began traveling, began her voyages on the different countries. And when she was going in America by a ship, she just meets a man. She falls in love with very fast and she just loves him very much, and this is a perfect love story. But when this man just brings her to meet his father, Angelique faces some difficulties also when meeting this person, the father of her future fiancé, and but at last they were just permitted to get married, and it seems like everything is very good for Angelique. It's very marvelous. But in the course of one event that occurs, her beloved husband, the person that loved her very dearly and whom she loved very dearly too, and just dies. And he died when their baby was just born, and when he dies, Angelique just begins living with their baby all along. But in the course of the event that will happen in the book, she just gets back to her original estate. She just shows the estate to their son, and everything will be very marvelous for Angelique. And the thing that this book learned me are that a woman can rise to the stardom, can rise again when she will use her mind. And the second thing that this book learned me is very important not to forget about when you came from and about your roots. And Angelique was a very strong woman, and with her strength, with the woman's strength, she just raised again in the beginning, and this is a great part about a woman's strength, about how she used her mind, how she used her thoughts to direct them to herself and to the best. And this is a great thing about this book. She learns us that if a woman uses her mind and her brain, she can rise again. She will not let go. She will not lose the fear. Everything will be very great. Thank you for watching.